Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. You have to click. Okay. Should we each say who we are?
Sure.
Okay. And you want me to tell them the thing? Okay.
Mm.
All right. So, my name is Becky Sulia, and I'm the conference co-chair for the 2024 NASW-PA annual conference. And what I was saying was that conference means so much to me because of all of you, because it's my happy place, but because all of you are there. And one of the things that has happened is I started out as a student. I was there as a student poster presenter and feeling very unsure and didn't know anybody and was struggling with all the stuff, when you're a student. And I can't even tell you how many people that first day. And the first time just standing there with my poster, and I get so emotional because so many people talked to me, and I didn't know any of these people, and I didn't know anything about this career. I was just kind of here. The people I met are still my friends, and I still look forward to seeing everybody every year. But it's not even just that, it's networking. It's help rewriting my resume when I was, without a job. It's help, you know, understanding going into private practice. It's the lady, and I've never seen her again. I was struggling with my finances one year, and there was a lady who walked up to me and said, "Not to fear, there's going to be a day that you're going to be pulling in $80,000 all by yourself every year." And I
Mm.
just kind of like froze, and I'm like, "Who the heck is this lady? I've never seen her."
Wow.
But this is the stuff that I get at conference. Like, we can get CEs anywhere. I can't get this
Mhm.
anywhere but at our conference. So I'm gonna let y'all go at it because I know that this means as much to you as it does to me.
I can go next if you would like. So I'm Marilyn Johnson, and I am the co-chair for the NASW-PA Ethics and Membership Committees. And I'm so honored to be with this wonderful association and in this environment because, like Becky said, attending the conference, you can get CEUs, but it's much more than that. Um, Attending the conference, I'm going to speak on that, has significantly impacted my life and my career. Um, I attend so many diverse workshops, sessions, and by doing that, I've enhanced my skills, my knowledge, and that has allowed me to provide better care to my clients and grow as a professional. And why is that important? Because I'm a licensed social worker and I'm working on my clinical license. And my peers, all you guys, which I consider friends and family, are helping me become that clinical social worker. I rely on you to mold me, right? Kind of like that clay to mold me. And it's much more than just conference, right? Because I can call anyone and say, hey, I need to run this by you, right? And I bug a lot of you guys at conference and say, hey, and so many of you give me your personal information, right? Becky, Chris, so many people have given me their personal information. Personally, the conference has reignited that passion for social work. And this is very important for me. It has re-emphasized the importance of volunteering because to me, that's very important, right? People say, oh, it's about giving back. But I think that for me, I get happy volunteering. To me, I'm so excited to go and just volunteer, whether it's online, whether it's in person. And it has re-emphasized the importance of self-care. So many of you guys have told me so many times, self-care is important, continuous learning is important. and that's inspired me. So overall, the conference, the people, so many different people, all of you, and when I say all of you, it's not just the people that are here, um, but hearing stories. And wait, I'm looking at you now, just some of the stories that you mentioned about your history, right? Some of the stories that you mentioned about your family. I still remember them. And that just gives me chills because I'm honored to hear that because I think about that when I'm listening to my clients. So you never know the impact that you have on people. That's instrumental to my professional development, my growth, and the future that I look forward to within social work and NASW-PA.
Well, thank you, Marilyn. I guess I'll go since you mentioned me. And I guess in the 90s, I went to one, and it is about the friendships. It is really about that and the networking. It's so great. But magic things happen sometimes at the conference. So back when I went in the 90s, I did a presentation on couples counseling, some things work I was doing, and I got asked to go to 3 different cities after that to go give the presentation. So that was lovely. And then after Katrina, I'm from New Orleans, and Katrina took, New Orleans in 2005. Well, it turned out there were 2 other social workers, Nadine Bean and Hope Horowitz, who were also doing work in New Orleans as I was, and we're able to collaborate on some things. And that was great to be able to meet them. But then about 6 years ago, I went and I met Alex Redkay. And Alex was doing some great work, doing some great transgender work. And I have a son who's transgender, and we started presenting together. And all of a sudden, they and I have 8 papers that we've written, 8 peer-reviewed articles. And Alex at the time was the president of the Pennsylvania Association of Social Work Educators, and she voluntold me for the vice president. So I jumped in, and then Alex had to go do military service, and so all of a sudden I'm president of the association. And so, boy, if I didn't get a lot out of this organization, just by meeting people, but it gets us out of our silos. It gets us out of our little groups that we're in and lets us meet other people from other parts of the state. And it's just been a pleasure being a part of this group where I can meet so many people and get to do so many things and have opportunities kind of show themselves. And so looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Hi, good evening. This is Ebony Gardner from Brandywine Division Chair. Well, from Brandywine, I'm Brandywine Division Chair. And I echo everything that everyone has said. And I think I would just add that at conference, big decisions happen at big events. And I think that's kind of been each time that I go since 2008, I guess, is when I became a member and I was a student at the time. And find that each time that I go, I'm growing exponentially. And it's because of what Marilyn and Becky have said, just connecting with people that see you, been there where you were, encourage you to just keep leveling up in life. So yeah, conference, yeah, big decisions happen at big events. So conference is the biggest event that happens each year and has been a great ride each time.
So I'll
Thanks
hop
so
in
much.
there.
Oh, please, yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, Chris. So I'll hop in there. Same, just same, right, as what everybody else said. And interesting, like Becky and Ebony said, I started as a student, like Becky, I was there with my poster, and my friend and I, my co-researcher and I, were there, and we're kind of like, big-eyed and wow, wow, this is gonna be us. And it was so exciting. And then just feeling so warmly welcomed and embraced and safe and um wow, it was amazing. And um you can probably tell because I just realized I just signed the sign for amazing. And so I specialize in working with deaf, hard of hearing and deaf blind people. And Um, yeah, so very much a niche population. And I actually um, met another clinician at a conference who was presenting on the topic and has now gone on and acquired his doctorate and has a great practice. And, so being able to refer to a colleague where like I'm thinking I'm the only one and there's this whole big state of Pennsylvania and there's no way I can serve this entire state, and so for me it's very much about networking and exploring what each of us brings to the table and finding like I love the exhibitors, the people who come and say, yeah, this is what we're doing in our corner of the world. And, this is our unique niche, as it were. And so I just really appreciate that. And the trainings, I mean, I've taken trainings from some of you. Just really, really grateful to be part of this organization.
Thank you, Pam. Yeah. So I'd love to go next because I loved hearing from all my colleagues. So the NASW-PA conference also holds a very special place in my heart. As many of you, it was 1995 was my first conference. I was a student volunteer, and I got to proctor a session and introduce a speaker. And I believe it was in Philadelphia, and it was a super special experience for me. It opened my eyes to meeting people that I never thought I would meet, to experiencing different ideas that I had not even heard of at the time. And for me, it was a huge kind of eye-opening experience meeting lots of social workers, and it has introduced me to lots of friends. And I think I've worked with each of you in a different way, throughout my experience. And so it has really enhanced my ability to provide social work to the people I run into every day. I think of some real tangible kinds of things. And I've gone to lots of conferences, across the state and across the country, and none is special to me like NASW-PA. So they all provide their own special information in special ways. But I don't go to those to meet old friends and rekindle friendships. I don't have friendships in other organizational conferences that I do with NASW. So I think it's a very special thing, and I want to see it keep going forever. And seeing social work students there just really reminds me of my first experience, and how people grow to come back year after year and meet old friends. So NASW-PA changed my life and changed my career in so many ways, and I'm deeply appreciative to all my friends and colleagues.
Great. Well, again, my name is Joanna Bird, Executive Director with NASW-PA. Thank you so much to all of you for sharing your stories. I know that's something that we as the staff team value when we're when we're working on putting this conference together. We know that the workshops, and I'm not going to undersell the workshops. We have some great sessions, we have some wonderful topics, we have some creative things that are coming to the conference. We have some inspiring keynotes, but I am definitely well aware of the fact that the conference is bigger than all of that, and it's bigger than what we're able to design, because so much of it is what you get from each other, and those kinds of experiences cannot be duplicated off online or through a free workshop, which there's a great role for them too, and we love putting those together. But there's the conference is a big deal, and it absolutely can be life-changing. And just hearing from so many of you, it warms my heart, and I thank all of you for participating.